Hey everyone, this is Simon from Simon Says Let's Wrestle, and today I want to keep it pretty uninformal and just give you a quick update slash schedule. I know this channel has only been in existence for probably about a week, going almost 2 weeks, but throughout that 2 weeks, I've been really trying to play with the formula and trying to figure out a particular schedule I want to get set to because I know if I want to grow this channel, I need to stick with the schedule and I need to just be more consistent with it. I feel like I've been pretty consistent so far with it, but I kind of want to try to take it to the next level. First off, I know in the first podcast I kind of went over about who I was and whatnot, but I actually wanted to go a little more information about myself. Well, first off, if you can't tell, my name's Simon, and I'm a wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan ever since I can remember. I always make the joke to people that I was watching wrestling in my mom's belly whenever she was pregnant with me. Like in the podcast, I said my first memory was of wrestling was I do believe it was I still can't remember that, but I just remember it was Saturday morning and my mom made pancakes and I remember eating those pancakes and watching wrestling. So wrestling has been a part of my life ever since I can remember. And then I am a huge fan of YouTube. I've been watching YouTube videos pretty much when YouTube first came out. So my main source of entertainment is actually YouTube. And, I've been on the computer for pretty much my entire life. So I've always wanted to give YouTube a shot. I've tried to start 2 or 3 channels, never put a video out because I just never did, but I've always had a goal of wanting to start a YouTube channel. I was trying to decide what do I want to, do for a YouTube channel. There's gaming videos I've thought about. Pretty much I've thought about every type of content for YouTube, but a wrestling YouTube channel has always just came back to me. I've always thought about it, and I have, a lot of influencers. The big ones, Cultaholic, Steven Larson going on Raw, What Culture, Simon Miller. Pretty much those YouTube channels have real. I've paid attention to them for years, and so I paid attention to them for years, and I just really wanted to try this YouTube thing because I've always just wanted to try it, and I feel like I know wrestling the most about anything. I know a lot about technology, video games, and a whole bunch of stuff, but wrestling is just what I know. And so with me, so I want to do this YouTube channel, and then with my brother Sam, who you hear every so often, me and him have been wrestling fans together our whole lives. Like he talked about in the first podcast, we would always, on pay-per-views, we would talk and be like, "Hey, did you watch this match?" or "Did you see that?" And then we would just text back and forth. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, for my New Year's resolution, I decided that for my resolutions, I want to stick with this YouTube channel for 1 year. And of course, I plan to stay on this longer, but that was my New Year's resolution was to make a YouTube channel and stick with it. While I was thinking about that, kind of like I mentioned a little bit before, I decided, hey, I'm going to do a wrestling YouTube channel because that's what I'm most passionate about, and I've always wanted to do YouTube. So that's kind of a little bit about myself and how all this got started. Appreciate the 10 people I've subscribed so far. This is awesome. This is a lot more subscribers than I thought was going to get in the first 2 weeks. So now I want to go over what my schedule is going to be, and I'm putting this out there so I can commit myself to this. Mondays is going to be speculation, or I will call it Simon Says Let's Speculate. Now, what that entails will be, I'm going to guess, is going to speculate what's going to happen on Raw, and then kind of look at the rumors and speculation around the wrestling world. So I'm going to guess what's going to happen on Raw, maybe look at last week's Raw, and maybe predict what's going to happen on the upcoming Raw that night. And then I will look in the world of rumors and kind of pick out what I find the most interesting and kind of give my thoughts on that. Tuesday is going to be the Simon Says Let's Wrestle podcast, and we're still getting all the details ironed out, but I think most of the time it's going to be me and Sam, but there could be times where it's just me. Sam works a lot, so he sometimes cannot always be on the Raw podcast. But Raw review podcast is, we basically give our opinions on that. And then Wednesday, it's going to be the same thing. That's where I'm sure Sam's going to be able to be on pretty much probably 95% of the time. Is we're going to be is the SmackDown podcast. So we're going to sit down, look at SmackDown, and give our thoughts about it. I think me and Sam have a great chemistry together, so I really enjoy talking to him about wrestling. And then Thursday is going to be another Simon Says Let's Speculate. I think wrestling's one of the funnest things you can be into because you can really speculate about a lot of different things. Like, for example, tonight, Finn Balor beat Jinder Mahal and then is now the number one contender for Universal Championship. I'll get into it with Sam later. And later, it's fun to speculate why that happened. Why did Braun get taken out? He was injured, but I heard mumblings that they were kind of getting soured on Braun Strowman. So I think it's real cool to speculate. So speculation is probably one of my favorite reasons of being a wrestling fan because there's so many different options. So Thursday is going to be another speculation day. Since there won't be like a SmackDown or Raw coming up, I think it's mainly going to be based on rumors and just anything I really want to hit on. And Friday's probably one of the most exciting days, I think, is because I like to call myself a wrestling fan, but there's some important matches I haven't seen. The one that comes top of my head is the Montreal Screwjob. I've seen it, here and there clips, but I haven't seen the full match. Austin Bret Hart, the double turn. So what I want to do, it's going to be called Simon Says Let's Review. And what that is I want to take a very, very popular match and I'm going to watch it and give my opinions. Did it suck? Was it as good as people thought? Kind of format is I'm going to get on. What are my expectations? What have I heard about the match? Going to give what my expectations are. Then I might watch it live during the match. I haven't thought about that yet. I potentially will watch it. I will watch it and then give my thoughts, or potentially could do a watch along. And if y'all are interested, you can watch along with me where I tell you exactly when to start and you watch along with me. I'll probably play with both formats, but I'm kind of leaning towards watching it to get some longer content out there because it seems like my shorter content does really well, but I want to do longer content. So yeah, I want to really watch some famous matches that as a fan, as someone I consider a mark of the business, I feel like I need to watch. So yeah, so to recap, Monday is speculation, going to speculate what's going to happen on SmackDown or Raw, and maybe some rumors here and there. It's going to be my Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be the podcast, Simon Says Let's Wrestle, of Raw and SmackDown. Thursday is going to be another speculation day where I really deep dive in rumors and speculation, just give you my thoughts of what's going to happen. And then Friday is I'm going to pick a match and I'm going to tell what I think, what I've heard about it, and then watch it and give my thoughts. And that'll be called Simon Says Let's Review. And yeah, I've been real happy with the progress of my channel so far. I know it's still only 2 weeks old, but I got 10 subscribers. I'm doing pretty decent in views, and I'm just real excited to start this YouTube journey because I've always wanted to do this, and I've finally taken the right steps to do it. And then on a last note is that now my most popular video right now is Kenny Omega going to WWE. I'm going to let those videos be free flowing. These 5 videos are going to be a consistent video flow. Kenny Omega goes to wherever he goes. It sounds like he's going to All Elite Wrestling when I thought he was going to WWE. I'll make a video on that. So whatever the big news story is, I'm going to cover it no matter what. That will not interfere with any of these 5 videos. So, guys, I really appreciate you, just taking a chance on me, subscribing to my YouTube channel, and just let me live out this dream of me finally doing YouTube. But remember, guys, to subscribe to this channel.